Talk about that for a significant development. Shubman Gill is India's ODI captain. He will take over from Rohit Sharma for the three-match series in Australia. Akash Chopra, first reaction?
I mean, wow. I personally didn't see it coming as soon as it obviously has happened. We all knew that India is preparing for a three format captain. The moment Shubman Gill was named as the vice captain of the T20I team, and he was already the vice captain of the ODI setup as well. But will he be appointed as a captain while Rohit Sharma was around? I was not 100% certain, keeping in mind that India won the Champions Trophy under Rohit Sharma. He was the player of the match in the finals. All those things were actually in favor of Rohit to just continue. But this seems that the preparation for 2027 World Cup has officially started.
Yes, the road is officially underway, going by the selection call. So many layers just from that starting statement. But let's start with what you say about Rohit, because the expectation on the outside might have been for the wider public. He's just won a Champions Trophy.
Correct.
He now doesn't play other formats.
True.
So, what do we make of this?
So, implication, in my opinion, Yash, is that now it's form dependent. See, earlier, if you are the captain, your name is the first one to be penciled on the team sheet whenever the selections are happening. In fact, you are asked for your opinion. What is the kind of team that you want? This is how you want to structure. This is the blueprint. You are the central theme for the entire process. But now, it is not a given. Your place in the side is not totally dependent on your form, and form is going to be a difficult thing any which way for anyone who's playing just the single format, and that too ODI cricket, because this year till the IPL we're playing only 9 ODI. So if the gaps are going to be so huge, every time you start a new series and you hit the ground running, is not going to be easy. So yes, I don't know that 2027 World Cup dream for Rohit Sharma. It is alive at this point in time, but will the fire be burning still very bright come 27? I don't know.
And somehow those two names tend to get attached together. It's a very different conversation here. But since Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are the two players who now only play this format and the IPL, and given what you said about the lack of cricket they will now be playing, what can we expect as to their ODI future and their role looking ahead to the 2027 World Cup?
Well, I think they have tied their hands themselves. The moment you retire from the test format, I thought T20 was absolutely par for the course. When you won the World Cup, you retire, that's fine. But if they had continued playing the test format, then they would have played a lot more cricket, not just test cricket, but also first class cricket elsewhere, and to keep themselves in serious form. But now if you're playing ODI format, something that is said for Rohit is also true for Virat. Of course, Virat has these phenomenal white ball numbers, one-day numbers, maybe slightly better than Rohit Sharma as well, even though Rohit has 3 double centuries to his name. But again, it's form dependent that if you keep scoring the runs, you find a place in the side. If you don't, then there might be somebody else in the waiting.
What this also means, Akash, is that in a very quick period, what is it, 4-5 months, we've now seen two major decisions, because even the test future of both Rohit and Kohli was uncertain after Australia, whether they'll play, whether they won't. As it turned out, they announced their retirements. For these big decisions to happen in such a short period of time, what is that telling you about what's going on?
Well, it tells me that Indian cricket actually is going through transition, because there was a time when Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli were synonymous with all three formats, and in fact they were our superstars, the people who were taking cricket forward. But now they are. I mean, they are a footnote at this point in time, because in the two formats that one is the WTC test format, they're not there. T20, they've already retired. So if you've let go of two formats and one guy has lost out on his captaincy in the only format that he's playing, that means that, I mean, this is turbulent, or rather turbulence and turbulent times. And that is what happens when you go through a transition. You will find things that actually shake you from and shake you too often too soon.
All right, that is Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, but the story is also Shubman Gill, who is, as Akash said, now the anointed leader as India move in the direction towards a one format leader. But immediately, Akash, the first question that springs to mind is the challenge of managing Shubman Gill's workload now that he is an imperative entry in all three formats.
Well, that's true actually, but I remember Gautam Gambhir or the team management talking about it, that the workload management is only for the bowlers. For batters, they must play. And generally, I am in line with that similar thought, because batters tend to not have the same kind of workload, even if they're playing the same number of games. But yes, every now and then there might be a case of because of the quick turnaround, like the Asia Cup and the Test series that we are playing right now. If we are going to have such cramped schedules, you will find a way. You will have to find a way to give him a bit of a break. Otherwise, there will be an injury, or he'll just burn out mentally as well. So that is something that the Indian selectors will have to bear in mind while they're picking sides, especially in a very cramped schedule.
So where is the window for that break? Because now these tests, within 5 days of that is the first ODI.
Correct.
Then you have 5 T20Is in Australia as well. And within 6 days of that is the start of the South Africa Test series, which is also followed by ODIs and T20s.
So for the time being, I think it's not an easy decision. If you have just named him the ODI captain, he has to play all three, and he has to play every ODI that India plays. Now T20 becomes slightly dispensable. You don't want to medal with the Test team. You don't want to medal with the ODI team. Even though the T20 World Cup is next door, but then there are also 15 T20Is, 5 in Australia, 5 against South Africa, 5 against New Zealand. I think those will be the little windows where you might see Shubman Gill taking a break, maybe a very small break. So I'm expecting, okay, to answer your question absolutely precisely, 3 ODIs and 3 T20Is is what I'm seeing Shubman Gill play in Australia. He might miss the last 2.
I'm glad you said that, because my next question was going to be, he's also just made it back into the T20I side, and that is a place he still has to cement.
That is correct, but now this is the path that you have chosen. It's a tightrope to walk, but you must walk, because this is where you find yourself in. But that also opens up a window and an opportunity for somebody like Yashasvi Jaiswal, maybe, that he gets to play, and whenever he gets to play, I mean, he'll stake a claim as well.
Final question, just specifically to Gill as an ODI captain, because we can have a broader view as far as ODIs go, because now this is a 2-year cycle leading up to the World Cup. He'll have more time to adjust to the demands of captaincy in this format.
And also, one is the demand. The second is, if you're going to play a World Cup, then he should be responsible for shaping the team. See, it is not okay to inherit a team and then play a world tournament. You must have your own team, something that Surya Kumar Yadav was allowed to have after the last World Cup, something that now Shubman Gill has been given in the Test Championship, that a new cycle, a new captain, you have 2 years. Now, 2027 World Cup, you have to give him a couple of years. So, whatever he wants to do with this team, and I mean, he is the one who should be responsible for it, along with the selectors and the coach. But Shubman is the most important player and the candidate and the person in the entire scheme of things.
That is right. Shubman Gill is the one now. We'll wish him luck, and we'll wish him some tosses that he wins as captain. Thank you so much, Akash.
Thank you so much.